Alright guys, it's Hank back with another episode. Off into the unknown, so we're gonna fucking fire this thing up here. Talk to Desdemona first, I guess.
Desdemona.
Status report. The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, you need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot.
Patriot?
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him, so we gave him the code name, Patriot. If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
How can I contact him if you know nothing about him?
Patriot devised a method to communicate with us one way. The plan hinges on us using this method to close the loop and contact him back.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
Bring it on.
You can do this. I believe in you. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait for the reply. Tom, talk to me.
Okie dokie.
This frequency is only going to work once. You know who doesn't make the same mistake twice. Come back when you can. We are in business.
I think I'm taking Cait and Dogmeat with me, of course. Oh, I'm on the platform now. I guess I just wait on Desdemona to check for weapons.
Desdemona.
Status report.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, we need to do something.
I think she's having a hard time with the pathing getting into the building. That's alright, no big deal.
Desdemona.
Status report.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, we need to do something. What I'm about to tell you.
Patriot.
There's a man. Dozens. If your plan works.
Okay.
Tom's. Until you make contact. Can you do that? Can you be...
Bring it on.
You can do this. Stand on the platform. Tom, talk to me.
Booting up the scan sequence. We're gonna have to cut a few corners
Only
with
thing
the
better
scan.
than getting pissed is taking a fight. Am I right?
I'm ready. Fucking beam me up, Scotty. Hit the damn thing before I change my mind. Hit the fucking thing, Tom.
So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours.
Alright.
Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right. Feeding our baby some juice. Let's see
fuck
what
yeah.
you got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Yeah, right.
Do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on. I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
You think?
Get all the information you can. About Synth. About the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RF. We got it.
Find a way.
Oh, here we go.
Nobody else can.
Now.
Okay, now we are fucking far into the realm of where I've never been before. Do a live save, temp save. That was pretty fucking nuts.
I wondered if you might make it here.
The
You're
fuck?
quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
As long as you don't have a problem with me and my guns, I think we can have a conversation.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
The fuck?
Welcome to the Institute.
Man,
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Yeah, and I haven't forgotten you shot my wife, you fucking bastards.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Those bastards, they took you from me.
What's going on? Father? Father!
What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
This is fucked up.
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
No, you have got to be fucking
Fascinating,
kidding me.
but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
This is insane. All of it!
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
It's really you? After all this time?
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground.
It's a hell of a plot
You've
twist.
been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interests at heart. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, and Dr. Holdren in Bioscience. And finally, Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Alright, well, here's the big fucking here's the $64,000 question at the moment there, father.
To get out of this goddamn heat.
Why in the fuck have you been sending people to kill me? You dickhead. How many times have I gotten fucking shot by your little courser
An honor to
robot
have you here, sir.
motherfuckers?
Hey there.
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
Fuck. Well, it went good down.
Almost done.
Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo. That's a third underly blown generator. As far as we can tell, the phase out on these older models can't go soon enough. Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Excuse me, Doctor.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I ain't really given up.
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my wife.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off without him. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water, and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
I'm good for now, thanks.
Goodbye, then.
We'll just try and get the overview before I get the details.
Hi.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface.
Oh, yeah?
How may I assist you today?
Let me see some guns.
What can I requisition?
I have access to a modest selection of arms, armor, and other items approved for use in field missions.
Now we're talking.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Okay. Let's head to a different division. Man, this place is fucking massive. Beautiful. Seriously, like shooting shit though, so let's see. Let's see what go for bioscience next. Look at all this shit in here.
Don't you think? I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
Alright, Clayton.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I feel like I'm in fucking Logan's Run or some shit.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
No, I don't see gorillas. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I find them fascinating. Of course, I might be a little biased. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
You mentioned medical care. I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
Decent.
Excuse me.
Dr. Watson doesn't think I'm Institute material. I'm gonna prove him wrong.
I imagine there'd be a fucking big sign that said infirmary. Trying not to get lost in this massive facility. I guess the fake gorillas are kind of neat.
Dr. Holdren's Synth Gorilla project is showing promising results.
It's kind of neat. I wonder if they get pissed off if I hack all their shit out too. Let's kind of go wait on that for a minute. Like I say, I'm trying not to get lost in this giant fucking place. Just enough just to peep it out. So we got FEV Labs, Super Mutant style shit too. If I had to take a guess.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Feel free to enjoy one of our other nutrition.
And a crash. Well, I'd never go. It's where you go where no one had ever gone before, so. It's going to be interesting to see what the fuck has caused it to bug, because I've never gotten this far in the game before, so. I just shudder at the thought of having to fucking debug at this point. This will probably end up going in the lost episodes file. It's actually not even loading very quickly. I wonder what would cause it to crash. And 200 active mods, so you gotta really get in there and think about it. I mean, it could be anything. It could be voice. Could be part of a synth overhaul. I'll disable, you know, every fucking thing that I can from my internal menus. And just break it down piece by piece. Check my script latencies and everything. Kind of sucks, but there it is. We'll stick with that for the moment. Just make sure I live save temp save repeatedly, and maybe get to the point where I can actually get this figured out. I definitely don't want to be having the same fucking conversations over and over and over again.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm
So it crashed out about here.
Is it true food supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
Let's see if I can find a place to break it.
There we go. All set. Unit,
Hey, Doc.
return to duty.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm out.
Right.
When Father told us, if you don't mind my asking...
I guess.
Now, as you might guess, we maintain... There's a lot... The work we do, so...
Sure. Absolutely.
Oh, good. Take your time. If there's anything else...
I'm good for now.
Goodbye, then. Thanks again.
Of course. We're all looking forward to working with you.
I bet you are. For, I guess, most people that are familiar with this part of the game,
Expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going. So I've had to put everything
probably not that entertaining
I wonder
for
how the
you.
Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10.
Doc.
Yes, I'm sure
I
that
try not
whatever
to
you
think
have
too
to
much
say
about
is
it.
very interesting.
We have more
but
than
now
enough to
Cynthia-
occupy ourselves here.
Oh, you're a
Those
pompous
people are the
motherfucker.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren. Head I can't wait for you to...
Right. I'm sure it's fascinating.
Of course. Before you go, as the name implies, the Bioscience Division are most important. To that end, we've even started to explore the idea of synth... You probably saw the...
Seems like
With hard work, and I'm sure
I'm not sure.
Great. In any case,
Is there anything?
there might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
Okay. So I think it could have been that it was just trying to maybe summon in a set of Stalkers where it didn't need it, but still remains to be seen. Determine if it's a graphics bug or something, maybe too. Be the right way to go. This must be the infirmary. I have no idea what in the hell that might be. Biosciences.
Interferometer?
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls.
Excuse me, Doctor.
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems. You know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution. That's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, when the people who survived the war I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
Yeah. It's good to know the place has got flaws. So far. The bug might have been in the spawns that's set up, so.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Hell yeah. Oh shit.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Fillmore was the boss around here.
Father has accomplished so much. I hope you can appreciate his work as we do.
A thought. Oh,
excuse me,
Dr.
Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
I get the impression you don't want me here.
What I want, in this case, is largely irrelevant. Father gave his orders. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Fun.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
All right.
Okay, did you put my shit in?
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Vinay has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Slightly more arrogant? I don't know how the fuck that's possible.
You fishing for a snog?
Dr. Lee. I'm good.
All right.
I thought she was taking my shit for a courser chip, but who the fuck knows?
Oh, for goodness sake, I can't find my notes anywhere.
last of the department heads is what I'm after now.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
Step at a time, Doc. I'm only just getting my bearings here.
I meant it when I said there was no rush. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself. So I don't have to. I honestly don't know.
Put your hands on me. I don't trust these sons of bitches down here.
Now hold still.
It's just a little too fucking creepy. Logan's Run style shit. I've been through biosciences. I've been through robotics. This must be, well, I guess we'll follow this last red line here.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Who the fuck knows, lady?
Call this a clean floor. Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
That guy's an asshole.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend...
Alright, let's try and get a bearing here.
To report this. Perhaps after this is...
Okay, I should be right on top of about where I need to be.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
That white thing down there, that's what I want. And I'm taking the shortcut called a jetpack.
You know the protocols. Sir, authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that...
Live save, temp save. I think I did find the crash point.
I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced...
Hi, Doc.
Pass along your message, Doctor.
Welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
It'll take some time, but I could learn to like it here.
I'm so glad to hear you say so, and promise I'll work hard to make sure that you do. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here. See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Been too long since I picked a fight.
Yeah, you're damn right, Cait. Me and you both.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Hi there.
Advanced Systems just sent a message.
Hey, Doc.
They denied that request you put in for
Here you
subdermal
are.
armor.
Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand.
There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I fucking shot it, you stupid bastard.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'll go back and try and get more information from these fucks later.
Very well.
Personally, I want to find something to shoot. And make sure that there's no additional bugs that I need to fucking pay attention to. Use the network scanner holotape. Okay, I think we need a PC for that. Something off the beaten path, maybe. Let's check it out. Reclamation, X236, Good Neighbor, Memory Wipe, S943, Boston Airport. Libertalia, X688. So the X688 was the Courser they send after him. B592, new identity, and wiped by the railroad. Okay. Gabriel. Wonder if I killed that motherfucker. Cait 23. For Vega, unit at large. This is fucking very interesting. Proven useful. The following information. Yeah, I'll find the fucking rat. Alright. Cricket. That high-ass fucking weapons dealer. Tommy, you son of a bitch. I knew he was a slimy cocksucker. Trash can Carla. I thought she hated synths. She's a lying fucking piece of shit. Doc Weathers. It doesn't surprise me. Morowski. Lucas Miller, Henry Cook. In Diamond City. I didn't see anybody in Bunker Hill. Except for all the fucking caravanners. Let me just make sure I don't fuck it up to know exactly which caravanner can't. None of them, as far as I'm aware, can be trusted. Okay.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Vinay has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there.
I've heard it. The network scanner holotape. And do I even have that fucking thing? That's what concerns me. I don't recall getting that in my inventory. Hopefully that wasn't the shit that I was supposed to get from, Desdemona, and it just didn't load in. Since I've never been this far out before, kind of like halfway confused between objectives and what could possibly be bugs.
Hey.
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
Everyone's excited about the new Synth project.
If you see any suspicious synth activity, report it immediately.
This shit looks weird. Like, maybe there's a specific terminal or something I'm supposed to use. I just don't think I have the fucking holotape. Which means I could, you know, craft it in, but I don't want to do that unless I have to.
Through.
Leave the science stuff to the brain guys and let's go.
I feel you, Cait. I want to fucking, you know, get into the shit, but I'm really trying to figure out what the fuck. I'd like to know how to get the fuck out of here.
Greetings, sir.
Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive.
The commissary
when it comes
is
to
always
rules and
open.
policies.
Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
Nah, give me all the Nuka-Cola you got.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, fuck that. This is fucking me up, because I don't know if I have the right tape or not. Of course, I'm not going to get any information on it in here. The network scanner holotape, which I don't have. It was something that I thought maybe Desdemona would have given me. I might have to go actually do a little reading so I can get past the point of figuring out whether or not it's a bug or whether or not it's a fucking story-related issue. This is where I came in. Let's see what happens when I plug that. Like I thought, you know, I would get a coarser chip too from that. Scientist down there, so I could get in and out. So I'm a little fucked up on what's what.
No way to pick this.
Network scanner holotape. Maybe I just didn't get that. Ain't that about a motherfucker. Alright, well I'm gonna end the stream here and try and figure out instead of wandering through this complex endlessly like a retard, I'm gonna try and fucking figure out maybe if I didn't get the proper thing for Desdemona or something else. It's been Hank. Catch you guys on the flip side.